Manav Rachna presents New Age Parenting.
Hello and a very warm welcome to New Age Parenting. When we are young, we have this natural tendency to tease our mates or kids who are younger to us. At times we do protect them also, but we love to tease them. But over the years, what we are finding that this teasing is no more harmless teasing. We are finding in Indian schools and Indian societies that bullying is becoming a reality. This can be very vicious, very vindictive, and very violent. What are the reasons why our society, our children are becoming bullies? What is the philosophy? What is the psychology? And what are the reasons? What is the reality? Let's try to find out. Bullying is always considered as the strong exerting power over the weaker. Since we as a society are becoming more power hungry, aggressive and violent in our behavior, we are transferring it to our kids and hence power struggle in their school life. Both boys and girls have different ways to bully their victims. Boys usually bully other boys in physical ways like pushing, punching and aggression. Whereas girls are more likely to spread rumors, talk bad about the person, keep certain people out of a group, ignoring people on purpose, the silent treatment, pretending the victim is non-existent. It's seen that usually the bully is also a victim of aggressive behavior at home. There's lack of warmth or attention at home and is someone who craves attention and approval from others. Both the bully and the bullied needs to be considered as victims and should be given love and attention. And as always in Soul Searching segment today we have two very special people. We have a student who yesterday only we were in his school and was labelled a bully. But is he really a bully and what went wrong and how is he feeling? That's what he wanted to share with us. So we have Tejas with us, who is a student of Manav Rachna School, and we have Sangeeta Dattaji, who is a parent of two very beautiful daughters. A very warm welcome. Why were you called a bully? What had happened?
Actually, I thought that I was making my friends happy, but when I came to know that they think I bullied them, it was hard for me to hear that, and I felt shocked that if I think so that I'm making them happy, but on the other way around, they think that I'm bullying them. So that's what I felt yesterday.
You were trying to do the right thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it just went wrong. Till some time ago, this was not an issue in Indian society. But today, bullying is happening in a lot of Indian schools. Mm-hmm. What has changed? What is really happening in schools? And what is really bullying?
I believe bullying is the bud is from the leadership quality a child has. Basically, a child is having a leadership quality, one thing, and secondly, the child is really wanting to seek some attention. I believe that the child, if is given a right kind of guidance and a right kind of attention, can really come out of it.
What happens? Why do you get angry?
See, it's simple. I get angry. Yes, it is right that if things are not going well, I get angry. Anyone can get angry about it, but the problem is that I'm not able to channelize that anger to where to use it and where not to. And sometimes I use it in wrong things, and sometimes I might use it in right things.
So when it is in the wrong things, do you realize that it has gone wrong, or you feel that no, it should have happened this way only?
After doing it, yes, I get that feeling that yes, I have done something wrong, and then I think that okay, by not doing this, I should have done like this.
Have you tried to find out other ways to channelize that energy?
Yes, I have.
And what are the other ways you tried?
Actually, recently I've started playing sports. I've started basketball, and all my anger and energy I use in playing basketball. So because of which I'm able to concentrate in my studies in the class.
We have been doing it for ages now, that channelize that energy, that anger, that aggression, that righteousness into sports or like some creative thing. But how about that inner understanding?
Exactly.
You
It's
know-
not only physical. Bullying is also emotional. Sometimes there might be children in a group where a child might not be very, very physically strong, but maybe that child is very, very intelligent. And the child who's getting bullied is also suffering. And once the child who's bullying gets labeled, there comes the time when he starts suffering. And now, even if he wants to come out of that label, he's not able to. Why? Because people don't give them that trust
Second chance.
easily.
That second chance doesn't
Yeah,
come.
that second
so
chance
that's
never
what I
comes.
wanted to talk to you. That this label, which came yesterday, and we saw you shattering actually. What really happened? How did you feel?
Actually, I told you, I was shocked to hear this, that I was being labeled as a bully, and I mean, I had no intention to bully someone, but yes, I was labeled as a bully. Try to think of from their point of view, that why did they say me as, why did they address me as a bully? Then I came to know that yes, the way when I was acting with them was a bully. I was bullying them.
Somewhere, this thought that if you don't create the fear, discipline can only be created through fear. Are we as parents, as teachers, as elders wanting to change that belief system?
Definitely, because if you ask for my opinion, I would say fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. It's actually fear is that, instead of, making them scared or frightening them, if you make a relationship, if you become their friends, it's basically a proactive approach of a parent. And I very, very strongly believe, may it be a parent, may it be a teacher, may it be anyone who's elderly, if you are making a good bonding with your child or whomsoever you are guiding, I believe the child or a person listens to you more carefully and even behaves in the same manner which you are actually expecting the
Yes.
person to behave, even in your absence.
Yes, because you are actually giving the respect of an individual to that being.
Exactly.
Tejas, what is it that you were doing?
Actually, I was trying to stop that boy. Like, he was entering my class.
You was trying to stop a boy coming into
Actually,
your
it was not stopping. Actually, we had a physical education period, and all the classes were down, and he was sitting in our class and talking to a girl. So I just went. I said that
You didn't like it.
no, I had no problem with it. He was sitting and talking. I just said that our classes are down and you need to go down. So that's what it is.
Any kind of aggression, any kind of behavior which comes out in open and being, subject to a lot of introspection actually has a history. So are you able to introspect now that maybe, somewhere it has been there in you to correct others?
Yes, it has been there.
And
From the
there's nothing wrong in correcting others,
Yes, I know.
but
that-
actually correction starts from me first.
exactly.
Are you able to correct
Exactly.
yourself?
Exactly.
You
That's-
always do the right thing?
No.
And how do you then tell yourself? How do you punish yourself?
Actually, I don't. I don't punish myself.
You don't punish yourself.
Yes. But I realize it with when time passes. I realize it that yes, if I'm telling them, then I should also do this.
Yeah. So we are our lawyers, but then we become judges for others.
Yes. ma'am.
Okay, Sangeeta ji, now this is like we have righteous kids. Even if you have a wonderful relationship, and you see that there is an aggression which is coming up, and it is not only in the house and not only in the school. It will be visible everywhere.
Exactly.
What is it you think as a parent you would like to do? What will be the first step?
I think first thing is I would like to sit with the child and just casual discussion, not making them realize that what exactly I'm looking for, just discussing. I would like to try and catch the roots where exactly this aggression is coming from, what exactly is actually frustrating the child, where the child is getting that discomfort, because as I very earlier also mentioned that there is a leadership quality in every child. And if that leadership quality is not being given ample attention, it's been not been respected the way it should be, the child somewhere starts getting restless, and then they start seeking for attention. I mean, I would definitely talk to the children, and thereafter I would try and create some kind of an activity, maybe thinking from their angle, like if I know my younger daughter, she's very fond of painting and coloring and all that, so maybe I'll try and give her a bit of extra time in a day. Maybe I can just sit with her with a chart and let her keep doing the freehand drawing and painting, and then keep saying wow and all that, wherein the child feels contented, like that kind of urge or that kind of craving which is there in the child, it gets quenched. And thereafter, if I still find that it's still going on, I can just start making the child mingle with other children and start noticing where is she going wrong, what
Child
exactly.
is very intelligent. She'll be able to gauge
Yeah.
what you are doing.
Yeah.
They understand, how much it is important to have an open conversation that they have a problem. At this juncture in Soul Searching, we'll take a short break, but we'll be back soon. This September, New Age Parenting Workshops coming to Bangalore. For registrations, call 971-871-9806 or email us at info@newageparenting.net.
Manav Rachna presents New Age Parenting.